superstardom. That's right, I said it, superstardom in the Twilight Saga films. Now she stars in the highly anticipated Charlie's Angels. Please welcome Kristen Stewart.
Good to see you.
You look
Welcome.
fabulous. Thanks. Have you recovered from hosting SNL? Because I have to tell you, I did that once, and it was the most traumatizing. I still talk about how traumatized I am actively for the hosts every week.
Yeah, it's funny. It is sort of like if you're in a traumatic experience and you black out completely. I actually have absolutely no recollection of being on the show.
Fascinating,
yeah,
right?
it's like watching someone else do it. You know, people send me clips. I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, that I did that. I guess
I did that.
Yeah.
That's me. I can see myself.
So you did it twice.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Because she forgot she did it the first time.
I know, so, yeah. But you remember preparing for it?
That part I do remember,
that part,
yeah. Which is really fun and wild and definitely not a world that I'm ever in. It's such a sort of foreign. Watching sketch comics do their thing is like, first of all, it's like a cacophony
of so many ideas.
Yeah,
right?
And if they're all together, even if they're not like in the process of writing, it is this sort of like consistent one-upping, like everyone's just so, I just sat being like, totally.
Did you have any sort of input? Did you say, oh, I can do a great accent, or I can juggle? Was there any skill of yours that they tend to focus on, or you just let them completely, you're like their canvas and you just let them do their thing?
They ask, for sure, and I am, I literally just go like, oh, I'm in your hands completely. I had to take the pressure off, like, even if I could do an impression, I felt silly being like, hey guys, I think you should integrate this thing into your writing. Yeah, exactly. Right. It's like, I'll just kind of do whatever you guys think. And
You know, you've been working your whole life practically, but one of the things I was thinking about, you have to travel for work, and you have 3 dogs?
I do.
You have 3 dogs. What are you? I have 3 dogs, and I had 2 for a while, and 3 is a whole different ballgame, but I miss them when I have to travel.
It's painful.
It's tough, right?
It's awful, yeah. I wish I could text my dog and just be like, sweetheart, I'm going to be home so soon.
I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
What do you have? What are your 3?
They're all Shepherdie Mutt rescues.
They're so great dogs, right?
Oh my God, I'm truly obsessed with my animals. Yeah. When I go away for a really long time, I take them, but you can only really travel domestically.
Yeah, you can't, because you have to put them in quarantine sometimes. I mean, it's like it's a whole thing.
Certificates and all kinds of things that complicate it. But if they're watching now, we're thinking of you.
Hey, Colleen.
And we're going to take a break and
Honey,
come back
I love you.
right after this and talk about Charlie's Angels. Stay with us.
Still ahead, 1-800-366-2901. Call today.
Did you know it takes men an additional 7 seconds to perceive a woman as a threat? Isn't that wild? Oh, me? I'm just the decoy, stud.
Charlie's Angels is back, and they're global.
That's right.
International.
I have to say that was very cool listening to you sort of act it out while we were showing the
fighting sound effects.
Cool.
Yeah. You can't help but do that, by the way, even when you're working.
Yeah.
Like, and I had to keep reminding myself while doing these fight scenes to not go like, pa, poof, key, pa. Because you're actually not hitting anyone.
When you fire a gun, you can't go, pa-ching!
Yeah. Pew, pew. Yeah.
So you play Sabina.
Yes.
And tell us, it's now global, it's international, the agency.
Right,
So tell
and
us
Sabina's in charge, right? Is she the most in charge, would you say?
Oh, no. She's highly irresponsible, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But she will come through for you. The thing about Sabina is she is kind of like a loyal dog. I feel like I play the kind of the older sister that when it comes down to it, she doesn't know like what time she's supposed to be somewhere, but if someone messed with you, they're out.
Yeah.
You know?
I love that.
So was that, I mean, that scene, I think, is at the top of the movie. Was that?
Yeah, that's the first scene.
That's the first scene. That's how it opens.
Yeah.
Is it?
That's how it opens.
It opens like that. Yeah.
It opens with you
It starts
choking
romantic,
someone with
and
your
then it
legs
goes
and doing a
into-
back handspring.
Yeah.
Was that one of the most fun components, is being able to do some of that choreography and those fight scenes and all that action?
Yeah, yes, totally. I mean, I think in different ways, every job I've ever done, like the physical aspect of stuff is always some of my favorite parts of being an actor. It's really fun to be able to kind of like really feel inside of your own body. This was the most I've ever done.
Well, what I love is that you can do this really great, you know, you're such an amazing dramatic actress.
Thanks.
And you can be so quiet with your body and your stillness, and then do that also, which is incredible. So much fun.
Sabina is like a wackadoo.
Yeah, I love that.
She's all over the map.
I love it. I love it.
Everyone is fantastic. Elizabeth is great as well, and she directed it too. Yeah?
She produced, wrote, and directed it, and starred in it.
When are you going to direct,
incredible.
by the way? You should direct.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm going. Well, next year I have one project that's absolutely on the books that I do in January with Clea Duvall and Mackenzie Davis, and I'm really stoked about that. And beyond that, everything's kind of up in the air. So I have to just firmly say, I'm not working until I make my own thing.
So you do this.
Yeah, I always kind of was like, it already is taking too long. I've been wanting to make movies since I was acting in movies. So
Yeah,
like
do it. You know how. You know how to do it.
I want to
Just
tell
do
a
it.
story. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Clea Duvall, when you see her, tell her I'm obsessed with her.
Okay.
Please.
And when you're directing, come back and tell us about it too.
I will.
Yeah, I will.
Charlie's Angels.
It opens on November 15th. Make sure you check out Kristen Stewart and Charlie's Angels.
We'll be right back with Vivica A. Fox. Stay with us.